This stock will shock everyone. This company had $600 million of EBITDA compared to a $35 million loss last year. It's majority owned by billionaire activist investor Carl Icahn, and it's in the energy space, oil and gas, which is holding up well today. The price of oil is holding up well today, despite the market having its worst day since a month ago when Trump and Xi had their rare earth conflict, liquidated millions of altcoin, Bitcoin holders as crypto was linked to the market on that day. Since then, we've chopped around, but done all right in the market. Big down day today, notably energy stocks holding up. The ticker is CVR Energy, ticker symbol CVI. Let's jump into a little breakdown on this company.
This is Sam Putnam. This is Sam Putnam.
This is Sam Putnam.
This is Sam Putnam.
This is Sam Putnam.
This is Sam Putnam.
This is Sam Putnam.
This is Sam Putnam.
All right, so this is the company. They're in Texas. They do oil refining, but they also have an interest in sort of a marketing for nitrogen, a fertilizer business. So I don't know exactly how that works, but we're going to jump into that and talk a little bit about different business segments. So they have petroleum, gasoline, diesel, refineries in Kansas, Oklahoma, blah, 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 blah. Makes sense. Renewables, soybean and corn oil, making those into diesel, although they're turning that diesel unit back into hydrocarbon. Notably, this Wynwood location, they do get sort of exemption liability removal. So sort of a little green light from the administration. The EPA granted a small refinery exemption for that refining company. So that was good news for them. And throughput's up significantly in petroleum. Refinery margin per barrel improved. This refinery margin is a big deal, as well as throughput. This company, PARR, doing well in oil and gas. Dino doing well in oil and gas in the last couple of months. But I mean, if we want to look notably at today, this is the green day today in crude oil, even as the market sold off significantly. So that's why some of these companies look really solid in oil and gas. CVI holding up, kind of making this shelf, you could say, selling off a little on earnings, but really solid level to risk off, 37 or so. And if we look at maybe one other oil company, Valero, this is the one that had 97% throughput after this earnings. You can see that reaction was really solid. So this earnings reaction, not super hot, but holding up well, and the earnings per share did beat. So definitely some rays of sunshine. And this company has been really strong this year. So kind of an undercut maybe of this level, an opportunity to buy maybe at 38. I mean, preferably it would sort of stabilize above that. But if you were to buy here, you could risk 50 cents or so and look for a $5 to $10 move. So that is basically the playbook for CVI. It's definitely some intrigue in the fact that they have Carl Icahn as their, majority owner. He is an activist investor, so that sort of checks out that he would be having a controlling stake. If we look at what they've been up to, let's take a look at kind of how they're doing. This guy is very steeped in lore, but he's also very smart, which is how he stuck around so much. So they do have a net loss of 100 million, and petroleum refining also having a pretty large segment of that. Nitrogen fertilizer showing strength. So despite all that, still paying dividends to Carl Icahn. And you know what? The regulatory boost never hurts from the EPA. And that Icon just being connected to it does kind of make it a billionaire play. I know that sounds crazy to say, but it's a relatively low price stock. It's not a penny stock. It was a penny stock. And so things like that can kind of have some energy to them. Hertz is another one that Bill Ackman has talked about frequently. This business is way worse, I think, than CVR. Although the utilization of their rental cars has gone up recently. So this reaction was solid. But anytime a stock is connected to a billionaire, Ethereum being another one, Peter Thiel backs this company. Tom Lee also connected here. Of course, it hasn't performed spectacularly at all recently. Ethereum, doing even worse, but this is just a leverage play on Ethereum. This is a common theme, though. The billionaire-backed plays. Open is maybe the best example of a large move in a speculative stock. Keith Raboy, you have to fact check me on that, but I think he's near the billionaire level. He's on the board. I think he's probably the chairman of the board. And this company has gone on an incredible run. So is CVI going to run like that? Well, probably not, but it already kind of did go 100% plus this year. So if it can stabilize here, as mentioned, it definitely has the opportunity to give another leg up. Of course, there's risks given that they had that $100 million net loss, and this activist investor could do anything. So you don't want to be trying to hold any longer than he has. But earnings per share did beat. We saw that adjusted earnings per share on the chart there. But this is the big deal number, in my opinion. 600 million EBITDA compared to 35 million loss year over year. That's a massive difference. And then if you look at it by segment, the fertilizer segment is solid. Petroleum, the big one. In renewables, not really hitting it too badly. It's kind of interesting this company has a renewables segment at all. I think it's probably just a little bit of a remnant of how this is kind of a Frankenstein company. They're talking about marketing, nitrogen, fertilizer. It makes sense that they're activist owned. But despite all that, the chart looks great. So if you like these ideas, hit that like button. If you want a free course on how to buy stocks before they go up, hit that subscribe. And if you want $25 welcome offer, head over to stockscommunity.com.
This is Sam Putnam. This is Sam Putnam.
This is Sam Putnam.
This is Sam Putnam.
This is Sam Putnam.
This is Sam Putnam.
This is Sam Putnam.
This is Sam Putnam.